What is a good cold open? I actually thought I came up with one.
You thought you came up with one?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this will be really funny. And now I can't remember what it was.
Welcome to Scary Mystery Surprise,
where we talk about scary things that surprised us around the internet.
I'm Edwin.
I'm Michelle. Okay, let me get into the zone so I can do my story.
Into the Twilight Zone?
Join us. Won't you join us in the Twilight Zone? We're going to get sued.
We're going to get sued. We are not affiliated.
We're going to get sued. We are not affiliated. We do not have the rights to the Twilight Zone. Whoopsies. Anyway, that's our cold open. That's our cold open is us getting sued. Okay, today's story. I guess I'll just start with one of the most famous examples. So we'll start with you, Edwin. You're dining at an upscale department store, Neiman Marcus.
They have food?
I guess. I mean, look, does Neiman Marcus still exist? It does,
I don't
right?
know. I think it does.
Yeah, I think it does. So you're dining at this restaurant at Neiman Marcus, and you ask for their delicious chocolate chip cookies recipe. The store supposedly agreed to give you this recipe and even charged you $2.50, which you assumed meant $2.50. However, when you received your credit card bill, you were actually charged $250 for this fucking recipe.
For a recipe?
Yeah, for the chocolate chip cookie recipe. You are pissed.
Not even a cookie.
No, it was the recipe. That's why, yeah, you're pissed. And so, of course, outraged by this, you, Edwin, decide to share the recipe with as many people as possible to get back at Neiman Marcus. You encourage the recipients of this recipe, aka this chain letter, to pass it on to all their friends and acquaintances so that everyone could have the secret recipe for free.
And if they don't share it, they have 10 years of bad luck.
Yeah, and Neiman Marcus can eat a bag of dicks. But this is an example of actually one of the most popular chain letters to ever exist, and it gained significant popularity in the 1980s and 90s, because I actually remember seeing it in an email.
Really?
Yeah, and I actually think we tried to make the cookie recipe, or like it was definitely something. I remember it being discussed at elementary school, like, oh, are those the Neiman Marcus cookies? Oh, yeah. Like, oh, they're so good. Which, are they? I mean, it's a chocolate chip cookie, but who knows? So anyway, this chain letter spread through email and traditional mail. It often included the cookie recipe claiming to be from Neiman Marcus, though in reality, the recipe was not actually one used in the store. And while the story and the recipe were compelling, they were entirely fictional. Neiman Marcus denied the existence of such an event, maintained they've never charged anyone for their cookie recipe, and didn't even use this cookie recipe. Like,
dang.
Yeah, and despite all this, the chain letter continued to circle and circulate widely and is now a well-known internet legend. It's the chat GPT'd what is the most famous chain letter? And this is what popped up, is the Neiman Marcus cookie story. Because I knew that one. Like, I was like, oh, I guess it is. That's so funny. I hadn't thought about it.
I find it interesting that you had email in elementary school.
Yeah, I'd say it was like 97 or something. I don't know what email. There was something where I saw this. This might have been later, but I remember seeing this. Someone got the Neiman Marcus thing.
It's funny because I always think like chocolate chip cookies all taste the same. I don't know. No offense to cookie lovers out there, but
well, it's the texture. It's either thick and chewy or thin and crispy.
Yeah. I think it boils down to that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna piss people off. It was just like,
yeah,
no,
this is a controversial take. We get it.
There is soft bake and what is it?
And we try to not be political on this podcast, but clearly we're being political today. I mean, it's always my topics that get a little too sassy.
We're just too divisive. It's all right.
Oh, but anyway, the chain letter. We get them through the mail now. We get them through text. We get them through every new piece of technology. Email. I'm sure they have TikTok chain letters or whatever.
I like those scary ones. Did you ever get those scary ones?
Oh, yeah. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But like, I mean, during the pandemic, there was chain recipe emails that people would get. And like the vague threat at the end of like, everyone needs a little inspiration, right? You wouldn't want to run out of ideas, would you? So, you know, your aunt and your uncle are sending you these massive email chains because just in case you need a cookie recipe or a baked chicken or whatever.
I get those good luck ones from it's just a very particular type of friend. And both of them are like, just a very particular, I don't know how to describe them. It's just like, you know that they're going to share that turtle, the picture of a turtle for good luck. And they're just like DMing me on Facebook or whatever. Like, here you go. You have to share this turtle for good luck. Or a picture of money. I don't know if you've ever seen, I don't know if like anyone else.
No, but that's hilarious. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that's like pseudo new age. You're in that zone of like magical thinking where it's like, oh, if I share this picture of money, I'm going to manifest money because I'm looking at this picture of money. So it's,
hey, it might work. It might work.
It might work. I mean, I'm not against it, but we've all gotten them. Some promise luck, some promise money, and obviously some are ominous and vague, and you will die if you don't pass this on, etc., etc.
I used to believe him, Michelle. Like, I want to laugh, but I'm like guilty of like being in early high school and just being like, like.
Well, because it's always like, what if there's that one? What if that one is true? Also, like the Ring. I mean, think about the Ring. Like that came out, and it's like, oh yeah, you'll die in 7 days, and that's like just the traditional, straight up chain letter structure right there.
Because I used to get that, and I remember thinking like the one that includes an attachment. I don't know if you've ever gotten those, but like an email that has like an image of.
Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about. I think maybe one of the more famous ones. But first, I'm going to talk about the history of the chain letter because I actually thought this was really interesting because it's based in old traditional folk magic, and it came to America through German immigrants, and it kind of like ended up being centered in the Pennsylvania Dutch area, like Philadelphia in that zone. But it used to be called Himselbrief.
Himsel?
Himselbrief. HIMMELSBRIEF.
BRIEF.
Yeah, which translates to heaven letters.
It's all nice, but really it sounds like all like evil.
No, that's very German. I mean, that's very...
And it's like, letters from heaven.
Letters from heaven. It's just a sweet letter from heaven. Oh, and I'm getting a lot of this info from this complete book of North American folklore, A Landscape of Magic, Mystery, and Tradition by Corey Thomas Hutchinson. So just FYI, this is from that book. It's a pretty good book. I actually recommend it. It's like an encyclopedia type book of just stuff. But anyway, chain letter is fascinating. But anyway, so they were letters literally thought to have been dropped from heaven, or people called them that. And they had elaborate calligraphy and promises whoever possessed the letter would be safe from harm. And maybe they were promised good luck and good fortune if they shared the letter. Which back then you had to rewrite the letter.
What?
Yeah, because this is like back in the day.
So you wouldn't just send the same letter to someone else?
No, it would be the same letter, but you'd
rewrite it.
You'd rewrite it. You'd make your own version, your own handwritten version of it. So yeah, they promise good luck, and then obviously vague curses if you failed to share the letter. And then I have an example that I was going to read from this book, actually, of a letter from 1714. And
wow.
It's one of the best known examples of a Kronensberg letter from 1714. And it reads, I command thee, fire, by the power of God, that thou wiltst ally thy flames as true as Mary remaineth, so chaste and so pure. For thus cease thy rage, O terrible fire. This I count thee, O fire, ransom's sake, in the name of the Holy Trinity, I command thee, fire, thou wouldst thy violent heat ally, for the blood which he shed for our sins, his death. All this I accept as ransom for thy sake, in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, Jesus Nazareth, King of the Jews, help us out of these dangers of fire. Protect this land and its borders from all epidemics and pestilence. Whoever keeps this letter in their house will not suffer from conflagrations.
Constipation?
No, well, maybe. If any pregnant woman carries this letter on her person, no sorcery, apparition, or witchcraft can harm her. Also, everyone who keeps this letter at their home or carries the same on his person will be secure from dire epidemics and pestilence. So, that is an original
insurance card.
That is the first State Farm ad from 1714.
The writer is the founder of State Farm.
So, chain letters have been around since as far back as ancient Roman times. There's a thing in the Egyptian Book of the Dead that reads, if you copy this image, it'll bring you good luck and carry it on you. It's a thing. It's gone on for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and with the Postal Service becoming standard, obviously there was a whole new market. But it's interesting that as technologies evolve, the chain letters take on new elements. One of the more creepy chain letters is called Smile Dog, which goes into what you were talking about earlier.
Ugh.
And it's from early internet time, or not early internet, but early 2000s. So one of the most famous creepy chain letters is Smile Dog or smile.jpg. And do you remember this?
Why does that sound familiar?
I'm sure, as I describe it, you might click in. So, this chain letter revolves around a disturbing, alleged cursed image of a dog with a terrifying smile. Do you remember that? I mean, it's weird. It's weird. I actually
kind of want to look it up.
Yeah, you should. It's not. I don't think it's as scary as maybe the images now would be. So, and as the story goes, according to the chain letter, a mysterious image called smile.jpg, or Smile Dog, circulated online in the early 2000s. Supposedly, anyone who viewed the image would be cursed with nightmares, mental anguish, and even insanity. The chain letter claims that the image was so unsettling that people had even taken their own lives after seeing it.
I remember this. I remember this.
Yeah, it's weird how these things just get into our heads like that. Because they are like urban legends. People make these deep urban legends. It's a way to create folklore, I think, is chain letters.
There was one about a cat. There was a cat version. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But yeah. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah.
It's very weird. The chain letter claims that the image is so unsettling that some people even took their lives after seeing it. The chain letter encourages recipients to share the image with others, claiming the only way to break the curse is to spread it to as many people as possible, like The Ring. This idea of spreading the image to others to avoid the curse gave rise to the term creepypasta, referring to internet horror stories and urban legends that are shared online. In reality, the smile.jpg chain letter is a work of fiction. I mean, it's a dog with a smile. Robbie smiles at me all the time, and he has yet to kill me. Yet. I say yet.
It's just a matter of time.
The image itself is often accompanied by a disturbing caption or backstory, and was created as part of an internet horror meme to scare and unsettle people. I think kind of like Slender Man. There is no evidence to support the claims of a cursed image causing harm to those who view it. Nevertheless, the Smile Dog chain letter became widely known and was shared across various platforms, contributing to the infamous status as one of the creepiest chain letters on the internet. It's creepy, but it just looks like a dog that has beef in its mouth.
I mean, it looks like one of those old phone, those old Sprint phones that could take pictures. That's actually what the image looks like.
Yeah.
But that's a creepy looking dog.
I mean, it is, but also It's so funny because that seems so tame now compared to like what the internet is. It's like, oh, what I have now here is we're going to make our own chain letter because I basically turned it into a Mad Lib game. So basically it's like subject, adjective, chain letter, pass it on. So we'll just go through and I'll just ask for adjectives, nouns, and verbs, and then I'll just read the thing aloud at the end.
Oh man, it's an English lesson. I knew this was important, kids. Knowing the difference between an adjective and a noun and a verb was important.
Yeah, don't make me explain it because I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Okay, adjective. Give me an adjective. Isn't adjective action words?
No, that's a verb.
Oh, fuck.
Adjective is a description. It's a descriptive thing. Like it could be like red, right? Is that a thing? If I'm describing something?
Yeah, sure.
Or fast. I don't know.
Fast. Okay, done. We're done. Okay, and then noun. Nouns are everything.
Like a house?
We're gonna have to do so many of these. Yeah.
Or like a name. Okay.
No, like a name. A name would be probably appropriate here.
Like a proper noun then? Hey, I do know this stuff then.
Yeah, you do know this stuff. That's weird.
Can I make up a name or what?
Yeah, go
or
for
like,
it.
Or can I just say like a woman and then...
This is dear noun. So like,
dear, okay. Sally.
Sally. Okay. I hope this adjective.
This is so sad to everyone listening right now.
1 hour later.
Okay, give me another adjective.
Scary.
Scary. Another adjective.
Good or bad?
Oh man, this is not your blank chain letter.
Scrawny.
2 hours later.
Noun as in just a name, like a proper
Yeah.
noun, like a name? Or
No, like just a regular. Bringing blank, blank, and blank together.
Noun.
Nouns are everything.
Is artwork a noun?
Artwork, sure.
Okay, what about photograph instead?
Well, we need 3. We could do artwork.
Monster.
Okay, monster.
Foot.
Yeah, there you go.
3 hours later.
7.
Give me another noun.
Tree.
Okay, give me another noun.
Grave.
Hell yeah. I mean, I remember doing Mad Libs and we'd just be like, but. You know, like,
Yeah.
but fart. It got to a point where it's like not fun anymore because you're just doing like butt, fart, boob.
And it's just always just funny because it's farts. Like,
Yeah, it's farts, but I'll just put in fart.
4 hours later.
We need another noun.
Another noun. Did we say house? Yeah, huh? Tooth.
Ooh, yeah, tooth. I'm like kind of reading this and I'm a little like, will this make any sense?
Oh, you're seeing it in front of you? I thought you were like...
No, I'm writing it out. I'm like filling in the nouns and the things right now.
5 hours later.
Noun. Sausage.
Sausage. And then another noun. We're almost there.
A thing. Like coffee.
Okay, coffee. Adjective.
Enlarged.
Mm-hmm. Enlarged. And then 3 nouns.
Shoe. Bar. Doll.
Okay. And then I need an adjective and a noun, and then we're done.
Red.
A noun.
Old woman.
Okay, old woman. And then I wrote, sincerely, Michelle and Edwin of Scary Mystery Surprise. So, here is our Chat GPT, Edwin enhanced, Michelle enhanced chain letter that we can now put out on the internet if we need to. So here we go. Subject, fast chain letter. Pass it on. Dear Sally, I hope this massive letter finds you in fancy health and scary spirit. This is not your scrawny chain letter. It's a itchy luck chain that has been walking the world for ages, bringing photograph, monsters, and foot to those who follow its instruction. Now it's your turn to be a part of this bizarre energy.
I like the walking the earth part.
Walking the earth part turned out good. Walking the world for ages. That turned out good.
Walking the world, yeah.
Here's how it stalks. Within 3 days of receiving this letter, you must make 7 copies of it. Remember to remove my tree from the top and add yours to the grave. Then take the first copy and send it to a fart who could use some extra tooth in their life. The second copy should go to a microphone and the third to a butt or night. After you've done this, just speak and see what poops.
I love that crowd. What are we?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
So eat in the sausage of coffee and enlarged luck. Take the shoe of bar and send out those dolls. Wishing you all the red and much old woman. Sincerely, Michelle and Edwin of Scary Mystery Surprise.
They're gonna ignore us so hard. Straight to the spam.
But you can get so many poops.
Just speak and see what poops.
Sounds right to me.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that's all I got for chain letters. Let us know if you ever receive our chain letter in your email.
Yeah, it's gonna spread.
It's gonna spread like wildfire, tooth, butt, tree, brave.
What was the ending again?
Wishing you all the red and much old woman.
All the red, you guys. Wishing you all the red.
Yeah, we're wishing you all the red. Be sure to rate and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure all the old women in your life leave reviews. Eat in the sausage of coffee and enlarged luck. It all sounds like code.
Enlarged luck, everyone.
Enlarged luck, everyone. What are we going to talk about next week, Edwin?
I don't know, but I think it'll be a surprise.